Greetings, Kerbal killers. Welcome to Bootstrapping the Kerbalverse. I am your host, Warrior. The rules of this series are quite simple. Number 1, the first launch from the KSC has no restrictions, any size, shape, or mission type I wish. Subsequent launches are Kerbal buses only. No resupply or rescue launches allowed. All missions are live, no rehearsing, no reverts, no quick saves. Cheat mode is allowed, but only when the game messes up to allow us to put things back the way they should be. All Kerbal deaths are recorded in the death counter. That is the thing to the bottom left of your screen. And all my YouTube videos are suitable for all ages. Welcome back, Kerbal killers. This is another episode, and we're not doing too badly, he says. So, just finalising a build. As you remember, in the last episode we had a gap. Oh god. Talk about it being on an angle. Jesus. Well, okay. Wasn't quite what I want. Uh-oh. Thought it was going to tip them for a moment. Oh, there we go. I hate that bug. So, since it is a bug, we already know it exists. So we're gonna put it down. Something that in the future we might actually have to do. I'm not quite sure whether it's a KSP bug or whether it's a bug with this specific landing leg. I'm gonna have to investigate it. I might actually do that on stream. I think it'd be interesting to investigate it. But we're going to use HyperEdit, or rather we are using HyperEdit to put it down and put it down vertically. We just need to wait for it. So what is this part designed to do? Well, this part actually has all of the processors in it. So if we spin around, you can see them here on the Mark 1 base. So the Mark 2 is actually going to be modular. We've got them all on here, and if we need more of them, we can just add more of these in. But it's also designed as a cross connector. So each part has multiple connectors on, and we can make a labyrinth. Labyrinths are always fun. Now the only concern that I have is that we are off center, because it's supposed to be over here, which I think is an issue with EPL, because there's the survey stake. So I'm actually going to move it slightly. Gonna have a look straight down. And it should be around about there. Now, of course, in reality, the Kerbals just wouldn't build this so far off anyway. They would actually build it in a precise location. Drop. We're not going to drop from 40 meters. I'm going to make it 20. So what we're going to do is we're going to link this over to the emergency tanks that we made. Yes, they're small emergency tanks. Trust me, they're small ones. And then link it over to here. Then transfer the kerbals out. Then we only have a few other parts to create. And then we can go ahead and start recycling this. Well, we've got our intrepid kerbal outside. We haven't killed this one yet, but there's still plenty of time. Now, while we create these things, the frame rate is going to be quite abysmal, as we can see. But what can I say? We're doing things that KSP really wasn't designed for doing. Certainly not on this scale, anyway. Let's sit and wait for it to settle. This does only have one leg, if we take a look, but it's wide enough that it should, he says, stay upright. See, there's the survey state right there. Now we actually only have one survey stake, so kind of need to be careful that we don't lose it. Oh, it's flipping out, it's going over. That's not good. Yeah, it's going over the wrong way. Reclick land. Now we don't have a probe core or anything on here, which means we might have a problem. So we're going to try it again and just hope it stays upright this time. Now it's built symmetrically, so it should stay upright. Or at least that was the idea. Also on top, we have a waste container. The reason being that most of these modules actually process waste. So it's always a good idea to have additional waste containment on the thing that processes the waste. I'm not sure if this is going to stay upright. I hope it does this time. That looks like it's going to stay upright. So I'm just watching the nav ball for tilt. Does seem to be drifting over though. And it's drifting over in the same direction. Go ahead and re-land it. We might have to do a quick switch to Kerbal. And see if we can actually connect it before it topples. We can actually do with it being set down a little bit slower. What I might do is to actually see if we can release it just above the ground. See if that's going to help any. Oh, sugars. It had already dropped when I clicked. My bad. And there's a wonderful plane going over. And so next time we're going to put multiple legs on. How about there? I think it's dropped it too quick. See if we can switch to a kerbal. Or to our kerbal, I should say. There it is. Sure we don't bump it. The question becomes, how fast can we do this? Not very, is the answer. It's now toppling in a different direction. I think that's gone too far. Yeah, I'm not going to connect to it. I'm going to back away. And unfortunately, it's going to hit the base. Maybe. Oh, it misses. Wonderful. Okay, so slight problem with these units. Well, we need to bring the recycle river in, clean it up. Gonna have to redesign. A little bit of time lapsing is required, I think.
You said the same thing I told ya. My eyes are clear, there's no secret. I wanna know, was it serious? I need it clear, my best friend. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you, it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing, my love. Trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. best way I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and